we'll let you go if...
Yeah, that makes sense. Wow. And the jig ain't off.
Hey!
We established.
That's a scary whistle.
Oh, Patreon, right? Patreon. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
nope,
Oh, God.
nope. Welcome back to Careful Boys, where we are the carefulest boys on the internet.
Mostest careful.
Today we're going to talk about when was the first time you got drunk. And I mean drunk as a skunk.
Drunk as a skunk.
I was 18. 17? No, 18.
That's late, isn't it?
That is late.
Yeah.
I never got drunk in high school. I only drank like twice, but like very small amounts, like a shot or two. But then when I got to college, I was invited to, you know how they have like a bunch of parties in the first week of school?
Oh yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Well, they have a bunch of parties in the first week of school.
Because all the frats want you to like rush and all that stuff,
frats,
right?
Yeah, so like on Ring Road and stuff, which is at UCI, this like whole road where all the frats like booth up, or all the different organizations and clubs. They start like flying for shit like that, right? And it's like the first week, so there's this like LTD, Lambda Theta Delta, this Asian fraternity, this welcome back party, right? Going to UCI, there's a fuck ton of Asians there. It's really easy to feel comfortable just being like, okay, maybe I should go to these things. And then you end up going with like the very few people, I think I went with Victor actually.
Oh,
you go with the very few people that you meet at like your freshman orientation, right? At your freshman orientation, I had like one staff member, and obviously we're not 21 yet, so the staff members that are older, that are kind of facilitating those things, they're cool, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll buy alcohol. So you're like, okay, cool. So you end up just like hitting people up, bunking up with whoever's capable of providing a fun experience, even though you're young and naive and don't know shit, right?
And you never really drank before.
And I never got drunk before, so I don't actually know what that feels
So
like.
were you kind of scared though? Or you're like, oh shit, I'm about to get drunk for the first time?
So for any of our young viewers who are maybe close to embarking on such set experiments and figuring out your drunkenness, I think it's actually really important to like learn about those things in safer environments.
Yep.
Than going into like a giant public party with a bunch of people and you're like the newbie, you're the young guy, nobody gives a fuck about you.
Drink by yourself.
Yeah, figure it out. Do it with your dad. Do it.
Experiment.
Find some, even
Like,
if you're
have some
underage.
sour apple pucker on your own.
Yeah.
But even if you're underage, like figure out responsible friends and figure out your limits before you're put out on your own, if you can, right?
That's true.
Anyways, I go out there, they buy a bottle of, I think it was Jack Daniels. Probably will never forget that.
Good starter drink.
My first time having Jack Daniels, and we, you just don't want to be a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is, you're a bitch. The very first time you drink, you don't know your limits. Being able to take it in the moment, even if it burns, that's not the same thing as being strong with alcohol. Handling your liquor, like after it gets in your system, that's when you actually know where your limits are. But you don't fucking know that when you're young. You just think as the bottle keeps getting passed around, if they can take it, I don't want to not take it. Oof. It's a very stupid boy thing to think, when you start drinking. Anyways, we dusted the whole bottle before getting into
How big's the bottle?
It's just a regular like 750 milliliters, but there's only like 4 of us in one car.
Oh wow.
And that's a lot for a newbie.
Sounds like
you know
a
what I'm
lot,
saying?
yeah.
Like if you were to just take a quarter of a bottle yourself and it's your first time drinking, you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen to you. I think maybe I lasted 25 minutes and remember 25 minutes of the party.
Damn.
Classic.
I don't recall dancing. The only last images I might remember is being in a bathroom there
And just throwing up.
and just like that weird feeling where you're like, this is my first major experience of college, but then you're just throwing up. Other people, you think in your mind 2 people are just judging you and shit, which they are, even though it doesn't matter, but they are.
Yeah. They might be taking some pictures.
Yeah, and you're just fucking throwing up. Then next thing you know, you're like walking all hella funny because you don't know what this feeling is. You can't fucking find your friends, so you start being a loser and trying to like, you know what I mean, like pretend like you know where to go or where you belong, but really you don't fucking belong anywhere. You're just falling all over the place.
That's a crazy fucking deep sentence.
Yeah.
You don't belong anywhere.
Basically, I just fucking vomited my brains out, woke up the next morning with like vomit on my clothes, and I thought to myself, I was like, welcome to college. And then that was pretty much the first time getting drunk. Every single time after that,
Did you baby step it after?
I baby stepped the fuck out of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like if I maybe took like a shot an hour for the next like 4 parties. just to see what it would actually do to me. And then finally I would build up my tolerance.
Was your shirt like covered in vomit?
It wasn't covered, but like when it's your first time, you feel like a fucking piece of shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like really terrible. You start questioning like everything about your life. So and then the next party's next week.
Only time you've told a story where I wish you were wearing Kinja's merch.
I don't drink, so I'll pass it on to one of you dudes.
Did you ever drink?
First time was I was in high school, and there was a liquor store that would sell to underage kids that we knew of. So we would go there.
Yes.
Wow. Liquor store. It's still around to this day.
Definitely not a Bevmo.
Definitely not a Bevmo. It was like it was kind of in the hood a little bit, but now it's gentrified, so it's all good now.
Is it country liquor?
No.
That place looks kind of shady.
So we went over there. I got a Four Loko. I remember it was a watermelon. I didn't really drink that much.
Good flavor.
I would always, out of all of them, it was probably the best. And it was probably like 2009, maybe 2010. I was like a senior, I think, in high school. And at this time, I had already seen all my buddies get drunk and kind of like live through them and seeing like, oh yeah, if you drink too much, you're going to be fucking a piece of shit and you're going to be thrown up everywhere. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take it real slow. So I started drinking and like, dude, it wasn't really anything that notable. I don't think I got that drunk. I just remember feeling
good
like,
for you.
Yeah, like I just took it real slow. And I wish I had a cool story, but I had a great time. It was fun.
Oh, fucking Nick.
All right, I'll take the reins on this one.
Take it.
All right.
Don't clap. Don't clap.
All right. This one really sucked.
Let's go.
Oh no.
Okay, so I think I was 16 or 17, and I lied to my parents and I said I'm gonna sleep over at my friend's house. Our plan was to drive to Santa Barbara because there were all these parties.
It's beautiful.
Oh wow.
I love Santa Barbara.
And so I went with her and this guy that she was dating. He had a car and he was gonna drive us. We went to the store, we got like 2 liters of like Hawaiian punch and poured maybe 70% of it out and filled it with like any kind of vodka and tequila, right? So it was.
That's that jungle juice life.
Yeah. Okay. So she and I are in the back seat. He's driving us there,
You
and
were
we're
making out. Making
yeah,
out hard.
yeah,
Just adding to it.
yeah.
Just spice it up.
I'm there. It's like I'm there.
Yeah. So she and I probably finished like a good 60% of those 2 liters. He finished. He was driving too. This is really dumb.
Oh fuck.
Like this could have ended a
Really
lot
bad.
worse.
That's a long drive too.
Yeah, so by the time we got to Santa Barbara, it was already nightfall. We were hammered. We finally found the place where the parties were happening. We found our parking spot, and by the time we got out, we were so drunk that we got lost, and we were like, fuck this, let's not go to the party anymore. Had to find the car. I found the car, led us back to the car, and we had booked a hotel room that night because I was gonna come back to my parents' house in the morning, like in the afternoon. And so we got into the car and we're like, okay, fuck this, like we're way too drunk. And we're gonna go to the hotel. The hotel's like maybe 5 minutes away. So we are about 3 minutes out to the hotel. We get pulled over.
Oh no.
We get pulled over.
This is tragic.
Yeah.
Nick's story sucks.
Yeah, I know, that's why I said, let me take it.
I got good stories.
I got this. We get pulled over, and the cops come out and they give him a breathalyzer test. And she and I are so drunk. Obviously, we didn't know the laws at that time. Like, we could have denied the breathalyzer test.
Yeah.
We didn't. I blew like a .18 or something.
Oh.
Okay.
Congrats.
He got congrats.
Well, at least you weren't driving.
An award.
At least you weren't driving.
Yeah, so he got arrested. He got a DUI. She and I both got misdemeanors. The cops drove
Just for
us.
lesbianism.
Yeah, just for making out in the back of the car. We got misdemeanors for
It
that.
depends on the state.
Right.
They're just lezzing out back there.
Cops like, if you make out a little bit more, we'll break that down.
We'll let you go if.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wow. And the jig ain't
Hey!
We established.
That's a scary whistle.
Oh, Patreon, right? Patreon. Oh god. Oh god.
Nope.
So the cops drove us back to the hotel. I was so upset because they gave us the misdemeanor, and so I have it in my pocket, and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna what am I gonna do? How am I gonna explain this to my parents?
How are you gonna get home?
Yeah, how do you get back?
I called a friend, and my friend said, okay, cool, I'm picking you both up. He drove 3 hours, got us.
What a friend.
What a friend.
A man?
Absolutely, friend.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Everybody, every best man.
Who else is gonna drive 3 hours?
I got you at the midnight hour.
Yeah, 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'll save you.
I get home, he drops her off, he drops me off. I get home at like 8 a.m. and I get inside, I go straight to my bed, because at this point I'm still drunk, I'm still fucked up, I'm still throwing up. My family didn't realize that I was home. And so I slept till like maybe the mid-afternoon, almost evening at this point, woke up, was like, well, I might as well get this over with. Walked downstairs and then said, hey, I lied, and put the misdemeanor on the table.
What a G.
You're a fucking gangster.
So you're about that.
Damn, dude.
Shit
Go
hit the
wash
fan,
those
and
goddamn
the worst part of the-
I got more pebbles for
Yeah,
you.
go wash those fucking
They're
rocks.
twice as big.
See the dirt on the ground? Get the dirt off the ground.
This was after, so maybe. Yeah, that was after. And so the worst part about it was because I got a misdemeanor in that city, I had to go to AA classes in that city.
Oh,
So my mom was pissed because I didn't have a car at the time. So she's like, really? You did this, and now I have to drive you to this AA meeting 3 times to get this like cleared. And yeah, that's my fucking.
You should ask your buddy to take you, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll take you for sure. Yeah,
We go on these weekly dates.
yeah, we can go. You want to get dinner after, or are you still kind of tired?
Those are the dates. He's like, I remember when I went on a date with Kalyne.
That guy looks himself in the mirror in the bathroom. He's like, I'm a fucking hero. You're a fucking hero, man.
Yeah, I'm a fucking hero.
Dude, your mom had to drive you back to Santa Barbara 3 times.
3 times. And I remember being in the meeting and sitting there with these people who are like actually alcoholics
And older, like.
and older, and like hearing
Consequences.
their stories.
And you're 16.
Well, the person who's like teaching the class was actually pretty cool, because they're like, this is what you do to help yourself if you are drunk. Like the types of foods you eat, the things that you do.
That's nice.
Cool. Like,
That's hella useful. I would have fucking
That's
needed
great,
that a long
dude.
time ago.
Right. But like, you
Anthony's
started
gonna
to
teach
hear
his
the
class.
stories of the people in the room and how they got caught. They're like, how did you get here? This one guy was like running from the cops and went to go climb a fence, but it was electric.
Oh my god.
And-
No
and-
way.
And he had no
Yeah.
hands while he's telling the story.
And so like he tried to
His hair's still straight up.
Like a cartoon.
He's like, first, before I tell a story, my hair's straight up, but it has nothing to do with the story.
That's to preface it.
Everyone always thinks that, but that's not true. I'm a gel user. I'm a gel user.
Yeah, LA
Was
looks.
your mom yelling at you the whole way there every time?
No, I think she was so upset that she had like nothing to say to me after the initial conversation of me putting the misdemeanor on the table.
So we suck at short off the records.
We might as well make this a long one, dude.
You know what I mean?
Might as well. We're too good.
For me, we're just too good at it. We're in this zone, you know. It's the flu game every time, apparently.
It's because we got Kaline's 20% stories, you know.
Yeah, that was a great story.
By the way, are you done? I'm sorry.
No, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
you're
Yeah.
Should I tell my story again? I think I should get another shot.
Nah, you're done. I don't want to hear about you and watermelon.
I had a
or anything
great-
like that.
What was the
Starts 3 times.
what flavor? What
It was watermelon.
He starts making shit up.
Okay, this is a tall can, right? This is the Four Loko. I drank this much,
We can turn the video off.
Hey, don't you dare steal my story.
You know what?
and I felt fine. I was good.
Nick proved me wrong. We're done.